loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in to this video for day 28 of the 30 days of Ho'oponopono challenge. This is the practice video for the subject of rejection. And I'd invite you to watch the chat video on the subject of rejection. I am very authentic and raw and vulnerable, and as you may be able to tell, there was a lot of waterworks involved in this discussion that I offered up. So I invite you in to watch that video, but this video is to offer up this practice to those who we feel rejected by, and then of course to ourselves for the own rejection of ourselves that we have done. Because Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian forgiveness tradition based in the philosophy that the things in the outside world that you have a negative charge with are truly just mirrors and reflections for something that is going on within you that is asking for your attention and your love and your awareness. So the subject of rejection is no different than any other subject in this matter. So I have been seeing rejection in the outside world, and in the chat video I offer up the reflection of the rejection of myself that I have been doing. And in this video, this is what I invite you to do, is to think of those who have rejected you and to ask yourself honestly and authentically if you have been rejecting yourself and in what ways. And can you release the pain, the trauma, the devastation of the rejection of your loved ones, of society in general, for whatever it is that you feel rejected for? And can you release them from the blame that you've placed on them and take the blame inward? And this doesn't give you an excuse to beat yourself up, but it does give you the power to take responsibility for what's going on within you, the rejection that you've caused yourself and that you've chosen to give yourself, to subject yourself to. And can you let them off the hook, and can you apologize to yourself for that rejection? That's what we're going to be doing in this practice. So I invite you to be in a place where you're comfortable, where you're not going to be disturbed. I always recommend just leveling with people in your space. Let them know you need the time to be on your own, to process your own stuff right now, and ask for that space. And then get comfortable. Make any last minute adjustments to the position that you're in so that you are comfortable, and gently close your eyes. And I invite you to just focus on your breathing here. At first, I invite you just to tune into your breath. That means just put your awareness on your breathing, noticing the inhale and the exhale, but not making any attempt to change or control the breath at this moment. Just simply observing the inhale and the exhale as it is right now. There's so many little details you can notice about your breath. You can notice the pace of your breath. You can notice where your breath is going in your body, and you can notice how deep or how shallow it is. You can follow the temperature of your breath, and you can see where it changes temperature. You can feel the warmth of the air leaving your body, and see if you can notice or feel when the air cools. You can check in with the inhale and the exhale. Are they the same length? Are they different lengths? Is the breath different vastly from one inhale and exhale set to the next, or is it relatively the same? And we're not judging any of this. We're just simply observing and noticing. Why is it always about the breath? Well, because the breath is a powerful portal into the now. The breath is always happening now. So as you allow yourself to focus on your breath, you are in essence allowing yourself to focus on now. And right now, you don't need everything that happened up until this moment to process and analyze and think about or worry about or drag into this now moment. And you don't need the future. All the things that you're planning, all the things that you're doing, all the things that need your attention. You don't need that here, right now. The breath and your focus on it is all that you need to be doing right now in this moment. That's why we focus on the breath. And I do invite you to take now a deep inhale in through your nose. Deeper breath in than you've taken all day today, and as you exhale, release it through the mouth. And take a deep breath 2 more times, in through the nose, out through the mouth at your own pace. Allowing yourself to really settle into this moment. At the end of your 3rd exhale, you can return to your normal breathing. As you give yourself a little pep talk, reminding yourself that this is a practice. There is no perfection we are aiming for here. We are just trying. We're just doing it. And however we can do it right now in this moment is perfect. So if your mind wanders, if you have trouble focusing, be gentle, be loving with yourself. That is a natural byproduct of the waking mind. It's trained to wander. It's used to wandering. So as we practice anything related to meditation, but specifically with Ho'oponopono today, we give ourselves a break. And we know that we are training our mind to focus where we are asking it to focus on, and that might not be easy for you. It might not be practiced, and that's perfect, and that's okay. And now I invite you to focus on the area of your imagination center. It's located behind your forehead. So keeping your eyes closed, you'll just elevate your eyes as if you could stare at the forehead. This is your imagination center. And your imagination senses are just like your meditation focus. They're something you're practicing. They're not something that's like highly developed in everyone. So your ability to imagine things visually might be underdeveloped, or auditory. You might not hear things as well as you'd like, or you might not feel them as well as you think you should, or you might not be able to intend that they're there without seeing them. Just know that everyone has their own imagination senses that are developed and other ones that are underdeveloped. Allow yourself to have the experience that you have here. So we're going to activate the imagination center by calling in all people and situations which have offered us the reflection of rejection. So I want you to call in to this mental imagination space in front of you every person that you feel in some way has rejected you. You can see their faces, you can feel their presence, you can see their name typed out, you can just intend that this person is here in front of me even though I have no other sense of them. You might be able to hear them, you might be able to smell them. Any and all of these are perfect and right. But be honest with yourself. Be open to calling in all those people who have offered you the reflection of rejection. We're going to do today's practice video a little different. We're going to do it in 2 parts. So this first part, we are going to offer up the I love yous, the I'm sorries, the please forgive me's, the thank yous to everyone who has rejected you. And then we're going to shift to seeing yourself in the mirror and offering up Ho'oponopono to yourself for all the ways that you have rejected yourself. And actually, I'm changing things up on you guys. We're going to start with this view of ourselves. So we're going to just ask all those other people that we just called in, we're going to seat them in an auditorium. We're going to take a seat. And first, we'll imagine that we're on stage, okay? And all those people just took a seat. And on stage now, there's just a mirror that rolled out right in front of you. And you can't really see the audience anymore. All you can see is the reflection of you in a mirror. We're going to start here because we can't really forgive the people in the outside world for their rejection of us until we've had an honest, authentic understanding of the ways we've rejected ourselves, and we've allowed ourselves to apologize, to express our love of ourselves, and to thank ourselves for suffering through our own self-rejection for so long. So let's start there, my loves, looking at yourself in the mirror, or just intending that an image of you is in front of you, that you are calling you into focus. And thinking about all the little and all the big ways that you have rejected yourself. We're going to start with I love you. So say this phrase out loud if able, in your head if not, as many times as you can, as feels right. It's not a speedy thing, but the aim is to say it with feeling and truth behind it. If you can't find meaning and truth behind it, say it anyway and see if meaning and truth sneaks in. I'm going to be doing my own practice, going at my own pace. Please go at your own pace. Going to move onto the phrase, I am sorry, saying it out loud or in our heads to our own reflection in the mirror for all of the self-rejection we have done. And we'll move on to the phrase, please forgive me. Saying it to ourselves for all the ways we've rejected ourselves. Please forgive me. And we'll move on to the phrase thank you, expressing our gratitude to ourselves. We're going to take a deep breath in and out as we release our phrases, and we allow the mirror in front of us to be rolled off stage. And we see those people we have called into the audience once more, those people who have rejected us throughout our lives, and the situations that we feel rejected by. You can see items or objects that symbolize those situations. And you can bring the house lights up on the audience. You're able to see their faces. They're able to see you. And now we offer up the same 4 phrases to all of these people and situations that rejected us, so that we would take the time to look in our own mirror and address our own self-rejection and be clean on our relationship with them, freeing them of the blame that we've placed on them. So, we'll start with, I love you. Move on to I'm sorry. please forgive me. Feel free to take a deep breath if you need to. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please. Now we'll say I love you. Nope, sorry, we did that one. Thank you. We'll say thank you to this audience of people who have rejected us. Roll the mirror back on stage as we say one last round to ourselves and to the audience at the same time, saying all 4 phrases together or just repeating any of them that you need to. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And we will bring the phrases to a close as we take a deep breath and collect ourselves. Take a few deep breaths and collect ourselves. Keeping your eyes closed, I now invite you to slowly bring movement back into your hands, back into your feet, back into your body. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. As always, Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.